So far, we have been talking about the in the function fv. Let me show you here. One of the information that we haven't considered is this type, right? So what does it mean? So let's look at another example. So let's say we have this annuity for the beginning of period annuity deposit $2,000, number of year 35, interest rate is 10%. And we want to start this payment or deposits at the very beginning of the time period in a way that we want to start from time zero. So this is where the type come from. So let's go to the fv function. Click here. The rate in this case is 10%. The number of time period, number of periods will be 35. A payment will be negative $2,000. Payment, we don't have payment. You can ignore this or put a comma like in the equation or leave the blank. The type here, the type is a value representing the timing of the payment. Payment at the beginning of the period is equal to 1. Payment at the end of the period equal to 0. So basically, if you start your payment at the end of the first year, first month, or first day, so that is at the end of the period, so it's 0. The default is always 0. So that's why we say we can ignore this. We don't have to worry about it. But in this case, we say the type is 1 in a way that we start to deposit the money as of today. So t is equal to 0, right? So this is a little bit tricky in our case. If we do this, the future value for this deposit will be 596,253.61. Let's see what happens if we say we don't correctly specify the type, right? The rate is 10%. The number of periods will be 35. The payment will be negative $2,000. The present value, let's say leave it blank. Type, let's say 0, or let's leave it blank. It will show a different number, which is not surprising, which is $542,048.74. And why is this the case? Why we got a smaller number or smaller future value in this case? This is mainly because if we start our deposits at the beginning of the time period, so we have the payment, one early payment, and this payment can generate the future value for another 35 years. So that's how we get a much higher number in this case.